What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for PlayPicks.com. Going to take a look at these early lines out in New Jersey for Week 8 of the NFL. Of course, each and every week we do this on our sister site here, The Lines, which is www.thelines.com. Be sure and check out the site, man. They got all kinds of cool articles and things that are going on here. As you can see, some fun stuff, as in which pro sports teams you could buy with the Mega Millions, and they take a look at some of the bad beats and things like that happened the week before. But for our purposes here, we're going to take a look at the Week 8 early lines over there in New Jersey and see if there's anything that jumps out to you guys. Maybe you want to get after it before some of these lines start to move and whatnot. Coming down here, starting off things here, Miami and Houston. Houston coming in as 7.5 point favorites in this one at DraftKings, FanDuel, SugarHouse, BetStars, and 888. Those are the big books that we're going to talk about here. Miami's already come out and said that Albert Wilson could be done for the entire season. Kenny Stills is not going to be in this game, and already, as you know, this Miami team is just not very talented anyway on offense. Going to be running out Brock Osweiler, it looks like, yet again. So with that the case, you can see Houston, despite, look, 4-game win streak for these guys, but not an impressive win streak by any stretch of the imagination. Big touchdown favorites at home there against Miami, in case you want to jump all over that one. Might even creep up even more with, just no playmakers whatsoever. Devontae Parker's agent coming out and tweeting that he's, that the coach is lying about his injury situation and all. That team is a mess. Like a lot of these teams, actually. A lot of teams that are going this week are definitely a mess. Philadelphia, man, what happened to this team? Just absolutely collapsed yet again. Philadelphia, 3-point road favorites over Jacksonville. If that tells you the status of this Jacksonville team and where they are at right now, Blake Bortles gets benched at halftime. Yeah, they said that they do know who's going to start, him or Cody Kessler, this week, but they haven't said anything as of Monday. So I guess they don't want Philadelphia to know who to prepare for, but does it really matter? Philadelphia, 3-point road favorites against Jacksonville in this one across the board, except 3 in the hook already at FanDuel Sportsbook. Baltimore, 1.5 point favorites on the road at Carolina. Last time we saw Baltimore, it was Justin Tucker missing an extra point to send it into overtime against the Saints. Justin Tucker had been 222 for 222 in his career with extra points. And then the ball sliced like no other. I've seen it because I see it every single time I step on a tee box whenever I'm playing golf. I see it every single time. So I've seen this before, but I've not seen a kick, especially from Justin Tucker, come off his foot, look like it's heading directly down the center, and takes a hard right. A hard right, 20 yards hard right. He misses. Saints win in regulation there. That being said, really looks like an interesting spot here for Baltimore. I think they are definitely a superior team to Carolina. Cleveland, man, Hugh Jackson, man. I don't know what they're going to do there. They got to get rid of this guy. Just poor in-game management just steals again the opportunity for this team to be able to get a win. And man, they need it so bad. They need a coaching change so incredibly badly. 7.5 point dogs on the road to Pittsburgh makes complete sense. As of right now, does not look like Pittsburgh is going to have Le'Veon Bell. He did not report in the bye week. It looks like they're probably perfectly fine with James Conner anyway, really, right? So Le'Veon Bell, they know he's not going to be there next year, so there's no real urgency to get him in there other than the fact that the trade deadline is coming up. So if they can get anything for him whatsoever. Denver, Kansas City here. Only one book, only FanDuel with the lineup right now. Kansas City 10-point home favorites. So still a lot to be determined here in this one. Man, Kansas City, how impressive did they look? I will fully admit, I thought the Bengals were going to be able to keep this game close. I thought the Bengals, with their offense and the really poor Kansas City defense, if they'd be able to put up some points and at least keep it within striking distance, that was not the case. In this Kansas City team, if this defense starts to come around, once they get back Barry and they get back Houston, man, this team is going to be scary, scary good. We got the Jets here on the road at Chicago. Last time we saw Chicago, they were losing to the New England Patriots. 46 is a total in this one, so it's kind of interesting when you look at it because the Jets don't have a very good offense. Chicago's defense is, at least on paper, pretty good. Certainly going to be better at home. Pretty interesting on that total there at 46. One thing we do know is it looks like it's going to be kind of the Isaiah Crowell show there for the Jets. Looks like they just have a completely banged up backfield and not a lot of people to go for them. Chicago was scoring points. I will give it to them. I mean, listen, we know that New England's defense is not very good. Certainly kind of that whole bend but don't break thing. But Mitchell Trubisky surprised me. I mean, this is one of those things that, we did this with Jared Goff, right? Like we wrote Jared Goff off after a year under Jeff Fisher. Jeff Fisher is incompetent when it comes to coaching quarterbacks and offenses and keeping these teams, keeping the teams up with the times. And it was the same thing with Trubisky. I mean, you're a year under John Fox. I mean, like, what do you expect, right? So to see him play better under Matt Nagy and a guy that knows what he's doing is not crazy to me. Chicago 6.5 point home favorites against the Jets. We've got Seattle right here on the road at Detroit. 3-point dogs. You can get 2.5 at FanDuel. So if you want to jump on that, if you really like Detroit in this situation, you're going to want to head over to FanDuel and get that real quick because I imagine they will eventually meet the market on that one. 49 total here. Detroit certainly, this team, now they found a run game. It's a pretty fun team, actually. Kerryon Johnson had a monster week, and then he's still got the weapons through the air. Didn't even have to really use it this past week. And this Detroit team is going to be a tough out for people moving forward. There's no doubt about that. Only FanDuel has up this line. Cincinnati 6-point home favorites. They're going up against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, just one of those weird teams, right? I mean, just a incredibly weird team. And like I said, this Cincinnati team, shocker to me that they got blown out the way that they did. I thought they were going to be able to hang with the Chiefs. Washington is 1-point road favorites over the Giants. This line got laid really early because of the, with all the sports books being located in New Jersey over there, they want to get out these lines. Usually these guys that are playing on Monday Night Football, the line isn't laid, but of course they want to get as much action as they can on this thing. Washington, the early favorite here, I would pounce all over that before this Giants team might get blown. I think this Giants team might get trounced on Monday Night Football against the Falcons. So pretty interesting scenario there. Indianapolis, this line, I imagine, I don't know how much Amari Cooper is going to move a line here, but this certainly probably was posted before the trade news. Amari Cooper has been traded to the Dallas Cowboys. Not that he was really all that effective anyway in this Oakland offense and the way things are going, but I imagine this will eventually move towards Indianapolis here as them being the favorite. So if you're all over Indianapolis, I would certainly get to that pretty quickly. I imagine just the perception of Amari Cooper leaving town, despite the fact that, again, he hasn't played a really huge role there this year at all, will move that line towards Indianapolis. So if you want to get on them, I would do that pretty soon. Green Bay, look at this total, 56.5, 57 here against the Rams. I mean, this Rams team just scores. They just score and score and score and score and score. And look, Green Bay coming off of a bye, so you'd like to think that this team's kind of getting back healthy. And they needed the bye really badly. They were getting nicked up all over the place. You'd like to think that Aaron Rodgers, with the week off, getting a little bit healthier as well. Still, 8.5-point dogs to the Rams at home, and it's kind of hard to argue with that line, right? I mean, just this Rams team is even without Cooper Kupp last week, just rolls, just a well-oiled machine. So incredibly impressive here with those guys. San Francisco 49ers are, I'm not even going to talk about this game. Do not bet this 49ers Cardinals game. Do not watch this 49ers Cardinals game. Two teams that are just absolute dumpster fires right now. Don't watch that game. Horrible game. Saints in Minnesota, though, this is a big one, right? This is a super fun one. Of course, if you remember these two teams playing in the playoffs last year and the gigantic missed tackle that sent Minnesota on, a heartbreaker for a Saints fan such as myself. Saints heading on the road, only a point and a half dog here. Now, this is one of those things we talk about. Point and a half dog at FanDuel. So if you head to FanDuel, one of the things that you can do if you think the Saints have a pretty good chance to play well here, I mean, of course, this Saints offense is unbelievable, and this Minnesota defense is disappointed so far in this season. When you see these point and a halves, you can tease them through two key numbers. So you can, if you add 6 points, a 6-point teaser to this point and a half dog right here to the Saints, you tease it through the 3 and the 7, and you get the Saints at plus 7.5. So if you think the Saints can keep it within a touchdown here, pretty good move. I like those point and a halves, 2 points, 2.5 points with those teasers. Whenever I think that a game certainly is pretty close to a toss up, and obviously this one, that's the case here. And finally, I can't believe there are not even two full touchdown favorites here. New England, 13.5. I imagine a couple of these books don't have this up right now because it is, I guess they were wondering about the whole Josh Allen thing. It has come out that he's not going to start this game, but does that really matter here? I don't think it really matters all that much. New England, by far the superior team. Can't believe they're less than 2 touchdowns already. Favorites. I imagine that will get to 14. That would be my guess there. All right, guys, listen, if you head to the lines, or you can head to playpicks.com/bonus, or if you're in this article over on the lines or something like that, really and truly some of the very, very best bonuses over at the New Jersey Sportsbook on the entire internet. This is the best bonus you can get. DraftKings Sportsbook, $25 absolutely free. No deposit necessary. Just click on our link right here, the little Play Now link, and sign up for an account, and you'll get $25 to try out the Sportsbook there. Same deal with 888. Just click on the Play Now button right here. You're going to get $10 for free there. And still, don't leave out FanDuel and Sugar House here with these bonus matches. I mean, if you're a guy that's going to want to, shop some of the lines and things like that, get the bonus. Take advantage of the bonus here. Click on the Play Now link. You're going to get $100 match bonus on your first $100 deposit, and you'll get a $250 bonus up to $250 on your Sugar House. So be sure and take advantage of these. Don't sign up without claiming your bonuses, and certainly things that you should be taking advantage of with these free money offers as well. So thanks to the guys at the lines for giving us the early look at the odds over there in New Jersey. And again, if you're looking to get after any of these lines, get after them pretty soon. Because like I said, I think some of these things are going to be on the move here pretty quickly. Good luck this week, guys.